This is shuttle launch control at T-minus 3 hours and holding. Once again, all countdown is proceeding smoothly toward a liftoff at the opening of the window at 8:52 a.m. this morning. Launch weather is also acceptable at this time. Flight crew is now in the suit-up room, going through the final phase of their suit-up activities this morning before leaving for Launch Pad 39B. That's Commander John Casper being assisted there. And our pilot, Don McMonagle.
Okay.
And through the helmet, that appears to be Mission Specialist number 1, Mario Runco. He'll be working much of the TDRS deployment activity. And going across the room, Mission Specialist number 3, Susan Helms. And Mission Specialist number 2 is Greg Harbaugh. We'll be doing an EVA on this flight. And again, John Casper, John McMonagle, Greg Harbaugh, Mario Runco, and Susan Helms. And we have verification that the contingency support is ready and that the emergency aircraft and emergency teams are on station. Here now we see the hatch closure on Endeavour. After that closure is complete, then there will be a leak check of the crew cabin to verify that all the seals are effective.
Team 9 minutes and counting. TLS auto sequence has been initiated.
Ground launch sequencer now controlling all events leading up to the handoff to Endeavour's onboard computers at T-minus 31 seconds.
1090, 1091 not performed. Copy that.
Going now to retract the orbiter access arm from Endeavour. In an emergency, the arm can be re-extended in just 15 seconds if that's necessary. In about another 45 seconds, the orbiter test conductor will give pilot Don McMonagle a go to perform the APU pre-start, or the auxiliary power unit pre-start procedure. Fuel cell systems are now transferring to use their own internal reactants. The ground supply of hydrogen and oxygen to the fuel cells is being turned off, and the orbiter is now on internal power.
Flight crew, close and lock your visors. Initiate your O2 flow. Have a good mission. Our best goes with you.
We are in work, and we're looking forward to a safe and successful flight of Endeavour to start off the new year.
Endeavour's onboard computers now controlling.
25.
Flight data recorders now recording. Booster hydraulic power units have started.
15.
Sound suppression water system is working. Safety inhibits removed.
TLS is go for main engine start.
7, 6, main engine's up and running. 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour with NASA's newest tracking station in the sky.
All program Houston.
Roger, roll, Endeavour.
Houston is now controlling. Endeavour's on its way and is rolled to a course due away from the launch pad for its trip to orbit.
Endeavour Houston, go at throttle up.
Roger, go at throttle up.
Endeavor's back at full throttle. Speed now 1,400 miles an hour, 8 miles east of the launch pad, altitude 11.5 miles. A minute and 45 seconds since launch. Endeavor's already used more than 2.5 million pounds of propellant. The shuttle weighs less than half of what it did at liftoff. Altitude now 20 miles, 19 miles east of the launch pad. Current speed 2,800 miles an hour. Flight controller standing by for burnout and jettison of the twin solid rockets. Good solid rocket booster separations confirmed. Altitude 29 miles, 36 miles east of Kennedy Space Center.
Okay, here goes the door. And the first set of debris out there. Well, it looks like a little washer right in front of the camera.
Look at that washer go. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it just floated out. Yeah, there's lots.
What it was. Mario, you want to get it on camcorder?
I got it. I got it.
Right above the overhead.
I got it. I got it. I got it. There's the port door. There she blows.
Okay, I see it.
Looks like it's got a little slowness there over the top. You know, there was so much ice coming off of the tail on my last flight. There's nothing there now. Little ice crystals and
Look at
debris.
the jet.
Just fired a jet and blew it away.
No, that is ice.
Houston Endeavor, tilt tables in motion.
Copy.
Okay, umbilical enabled, primary is enabled, talkback is gray.
Okay, expect a decom fail, you guys.
Okay, I'm going to release the umbilicals.
Ready?
Everybody on board ready?
Ready, Greg?
Okay, I'm
Go.
going to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
Oh!
Oh, that was quick. It just popped right off. And that's expected?
You can punch that off, Don. Checking for set bugs. They are there.
Thank you. Umbilical enabled
Yeah,
coming
that's
off.
expected.
Okay, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. There she goes.
Not a sound.
We are now receiving downlink TV from the flight deck of Endeavour. Currently on board the flight deck is Mission Specialist Susan Helms and Mission Specialist Mario Runco. This was the team that was in charge of deploying the Tracking and Data Relay satellite earlier this afternoon. The diffuse X-ray spectrometer will hopefully accurately measure the X-ray spectrum of our local interstellar medium to provide data central to answering questions about the solar system's history. This particular payload uses a hitchhiker device. It is not a hitchhiker device, but it does use hitchhiker carriers. And there are two identical sensors on each side of the payload bay, which is connected by a cable that goes across the bottom of the payload bay. The avionics package for this device is also on the starboard side. During the DXS operations, Endeavour will point in an inertial attitude so that the sensors are detecting the same point in the sky from sunrise to sunset. The DXS is operated only during orbital night, and during orbital day, the POC, or the Payload Operations Center, will uplink commands and loads to make internal calibrations. We are receiving downlink from the payload bay cameras on board Endeavour. Currently underway is another one of our diffuse X-ray spectrometer data takes. The sensor on the left-hand portion of the screen is the port sensor, while the sensor on the right-hand side is the starboard sensor. Once we are in orbital night, the sensors swing into action and take data on the diffuse X-ray background of the solar system.
Okay, Sam, we copy. You want the direct O2 open until we see PPO2 at 2.7 on the Bravo sensor, and do you want us to do that now?
Yeah, that's affirmative. You can go ahead and take care of that now, and I have, since we have deleted the IMU maneuver, I have a change to that DXS maneuver kickoff time that followed it. It originally was scheduled for 5:51. We would like that maneuver now to begin at 5:41.
Houston Endeavor, we saw a good alignment.
Affirmative, and we have all the data.
Yes, well, good afternoon. Hope things are going smooth for you. Just to report, the second test session of DSO 316 was activated at 2 days, 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 10 seconds. And what I'd like to do is show you a video of that. Let me explain a little bit about DSO 316, first of all. That is one of the series of bioreactors that we have. We have 2 of them on board, and as you may recall, we flew a test bioreactor on STS-54 about a year ago. Each of these bioreactors are attempting to accomplish something a little bit different each time we fly one. Okay, Houston Endeavor, are you getting downlink of the bioreactor?
You bet.
Okay, the bioreactor, what you see is a little tube coming into the culture from the upper left, and that is the tube that delivers the nutrients. And they're trying to minimize the flow and the eddy currents in there as they introduce the nutrients, because everything that gets introduced into that little cylinder disturbs it. So, and then there's a mechanism to take the waste out through a filtration system, which is not readily visible in the video image. Now, as you can see, there's not much going on here. I will go from the live video momentarily, and we'll put you on to the pre-recorded session that was done yesterday. Stand by. And Sam, here's the image from some of the first session. As you can see, the transport tube for the nutrients comes in from the upper left, goes down to the center, and as it's introduced into the medium, it fans out radially. And as you can see, there's not much that is disturbing as the nutrients gets in there. There's not much flow or turbulence to disturb the culture where the nutrients would be provided. Speaking of proteins and lymphocytes, we have a DSO 322, which is attempting to grow various, which is attempting to track lymphocyte locomotion. Lymphocytes can be thought of as white blood cells, and white blood cells in our body move through our tissues, a collagen or a protein matrix, and the tissues afford the medium by which the lymphocytes move. And for example, if a person has a tumor in his body or a cancer cell, what is experienced on the ground is that the white blood cells would attack the tumor or the cancer cells. They'd move through the tissue, get to the site of the tumor, and then attempt to eradicate or neutralize the effects of that tumor. Well, what happens on the ground in cancer cells and tumors is there's some mechanism that prevents the white blood cells from attacking the tumor. And in microgravity here in space, we've seen some evidence of that here on orbit. That is, white blood cells or lymphocytes do not tend to locomote in microgravity. So the idea is to isolate the mechanism in microgravity that we have here on board, and maybe that mechanism can be extrapolated back to the ground, and with the development of a medicine or a protocol, we can get those lymphocytes to move again. And if we can get them to move in space, maybe that'll work in the ground and allow white blood cells and lymphocytes to then attack cancer cells and tumor cells.
velocity readout on the top of this box. Which may show you something about speed, I don't know. Another good deal about this is that we depressurized the cabin to 10.2 psi from a sea level 14.7 pressure early this morning. So I'm effectively doing this rowing at the equivalent of 10,000 feet altitude. If I were on the surface, I'd be somewhere up in the Colorado Rockies doing this. You'd be in Leadville.
Horizontal head calibration trial 3. Same as before. Mark. Right. Center. Left. Center. End trial 3. Light is blinking, we're in sync. John is up next. You can see here John has the heart rate monitor
modeling the latest
receiver around his chest, and the heart rate monitor watch, which picks up the signal, excuse me, that was a transmitter, not a receiver, picks up the signal from the transmitter to the receiver in the watch and records the heart rate.
Every couple of days, we take a vacuum cleaner and clean out the filters so the equipment will continue to run properly.
Okay. Step.
Okay. Okay, big deck floor,
Roger.
cabin fan.
Sam, how are you reading this microphone? Is that coming through clearly?
Squeeze latch and knurled knob.
Affirmative.
Cabin fan filter tool.
May have just touched me a few times.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't bang his head on the...
You gotta tell me if this looks good for TV, guys.
They saw me shaving, why couldn't they see you brushing your hair?
No, I meant my hair, but you could do something with it, like wash it.
No.
That's good. Okay, I'm ready. All right, quick release.
Wait,
quick release.
Wait, Mark.
Wait, Mario's not ready. All right, Mario's got his. We need to blow him up now. Let him go.
Yes.
Oh,
they
okay, keep blowing him to the center, everybody.
Mario, up here, get that one.
Susan, this one's your way. Don? Yep, I got it. You're still in play? That's your hair, Susan.
No!
Mario took the grape up his nose.
Got any seats on the mid-deck that are going to come free? Nope. I only put one strip of tape on each of those seats down there.
Oh, in the corner.
Especially the one up next to SSCE.
I'll go check. I'll go check them.
That'd be a good idea, Susan.
Okay.
You need to go have that crashing against the airlock
No
wall.
problemo.
Alright, I didn't think about it sooner.
Hey, I've been busy.
about ready.
You're not all the way there.
You got your thumb loops on, right?
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Just hold that left arm up.
No, left torso.
Let me get rid of these gloves. Here, I'll hold them.
Yours, man, it's great. And that's how you want that. Okay, you're locked. Check your eyes.
You're live to the downlink, guys.
Okay. Can't be too gentle with this. Be a vegetable.
Snagged up.
34 minutes to go. Okay, John, thanks.
Make that closed.
Okay, we'll take it off.
And you also have a go for the depress if we're LOS at the time.
Copy, go for depress even though we're LOS.
Roger.
And Houston Endeavor, I'm ready to configure the comm config for EVA.
You've got to go for that, Susan.
Okay, we'll do that right now. Go to the airlock egress cuff checklist, page 3.
Okay, I'm there. The thermal cover is open. I'm egressing the airlock. We've got our waist tethers attached and got mine attached to my tether reel and I'm unsnapping it. Alright, let me get yours configured.
Okay, thank you.
Gotta come this way.
All right, coming.
4. Okay.
Is that enough?
That's enough. Okay, you're attached. Unsnapping your tether reels.
Okay, can I disconnect in here?
Yes, you can disconnect in there.
Okay.
Astronaut Greg Harbaugh, first out into the payload bay.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, I'm going to release. Get the surge bridge. Go to the bottom right. With the red can facing down. See it? The little slot is open. Okay, yeah. And here's my, I'll give you my adjustable ratchet too.
Greg Harbaugh now instructed by Susan Helms to get one of the diffuse X-ray spectrometer covers and place that on the port instrument, which is located on the forward portions of the side wall of the payload bay on the left-hand side. Greg Harbaugh in the payload bay has just completed the first task, the adaptation curve task, and he is now preparing to press on with the second of the 6 tasks, and this one is the translation, loading, and large tool usability task. Meanwhile, Mario Runco has also completed an adaptation curve evaluation, and he is now in position to do his second task, which is the restraint for low torque exercise, which is designed to use a work tool to define what a crew member can and cannot be expected to accomplish with limited restraint.
Okay, we're just about to come to a resolution here, Greg.
Okay, General Susan is technique, and that's high. And there's localized fatigue, that's medium in the hands.
Copy that.
And training correlation is, forgive me, but I'll give it an A minus or an A plus or an A minus or a B plus.
We need a choice, Mario, A or B.
Okay, B.
And just to let you two know, be advised, it looks like Mario's safety tether is caught about 2/3 of the way down the payload bay. It doesn't look like it's a factor. It looks like it'll clean itself up as you translate down. But just want to let you know.
Do that.
Lock your anywhere station tether lock.
Was that the Namib Desert?
Yeah, Mario, I'm afraid we got our eyes on something else besides the Earth right now.
Oh, well, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay, Susan, we're pressing on.
Understand, pressing on. And Greg, your tether is now against the MPM, Houston Endeavor. Do we have a problem with that?
Not going to hurt the MPMs. Negative Endeavor, no problem with the MPMs.
Okay, good.
Can't get him too well right there.
We're getting more
Susan?
Yeah.
Just a note here. In restraining yourself, you have to find a place to restrain yourself away from your work area, and it's very limited on the choices here. Otherwise, the restraint gets in the way of what you're trying to do.
Okay, we copy that. Obviously.
Okay.
Come on, go. Go.
All right. They have to bring the after as well.
The after's in.
Oh, that's right.
So the big end goes out, huh?
No, the big end goes in. Just shove it down in there by the handle.
Evidently, Susan, the tube cutter looks relatively loose in the PSA. That's friction holding it in.
Okay, copy that.
There we go.
Okay.
guys are looking good.
This would make a great picture.
You both go to the airlock. The large or you, Mario, the service wrench. I just want to make sure it keeps away from the DXS.
Got it. Thank you.
Mario has his headlights on. I wonder if Greg's thought of that.
Yeah,
He's got his headlight on too. Okay.
Mario Runco and Greg Harbaugh have yet to stow their mini workstations, and after that task is completed, they will re-enter the airlock and thus complete our spacewalk for today.
And let me know when you've ingressed the airlock, because I have a switch door for both of you before we close the hatch.
Okay. Thermal cover's closed, Susan.
All right, close the hatch and lock.
Ready.
And you also have a go for the depress if we're LOS at the time.
Copy, go for depress even though we're LOS.
Roger. TV1, this is Houston. How do you read?
Loud and clear, call. How many?
Loud and clear. TV2, this is Houston. How do you read?
TV2, loud and clear, call.
I have all of you loud and clear.
Okay, moving on to the next step. Power to battery. Expect warning code. And this is the start of the PET clock.
Okay, power to one battery. Ready, mark. In any workstation and one further.
Laura, you need to go and unsnap your strap for the tether lock.
I'm going to do that. Thank you. Okay, I'm right under camera delta. Okay, all my safety tether straps are undone.
Houston, Endeavor.
Go ahead, Endeavor.
Yeah, Carl, we were wondering if you could control your own downlink camera, whether you want us to control it for you.
Stand by, I'll check.
It's right in a hurry, doesn't it? It is.
I know you guys aren't ready to come back in yet. I just want to give you a heads up that at MET 0051, it'll be time to break down the PFR and head back in, do the payload bay cleanup. Also, I know you're busy. I just want to let you know that the Runcos and the Caspers have their families in the back room watching. I hope you guys are taking pictures. We almost never see those things in the clear.
And the one other thing I did was take the exposure control positive to what seemed to be its maximum of 1.0.
Right, so that's correct. I understand that they're working on one other option. I'll try and get those words to you here as soon as I can.
All right, that's a good shot of the Terminator coming into view, nighttime. Yeah, I'll just let the camera run out here.
Please don't buff me. That's okay. No, nobody's done that. I just felt some proximity. Getting close.
Endeavor, we see you converging to centerline and glide slope. Winds are 360 at 3 knots.
Roger.
Endeavor's altitude 7,800 feet, speed 360 miles per hour. Altitude is 3,000 feet, speed 360 miles per hour, range 2 miles. Landing gear is down and locked. Main gear touchdown. Drag chute deploy and nose gear touchdown of Endeavor. Endeavor rolling out on runway 33 at the Kennedy Space Center, completing 96 orbits of the Earth while traveling 2.5 million miles. Pilot Don McMonigal and Commander John Casper discussing mission with Chief of the Astronaut Office, Robert L. Hoot Gibson. Gibson was flying the shuttle training aircraft, doing weather approaches to the Kennedy Space Center prior to landing, feeding that data back through our weather communicator here in Mission Control.
And Endeavor Houston, we see you complete in the deorbit prep checklist with the exception of block 27. And just a reminder to get that done before EI.
Going into 3-3 is close in incline. 30% speed brake at 3K, 29% at 500 feet.
Endeavor Houston, you will be using the attempt 2 APU's start procedure. You have a go for the burn. Do not start the maneuver until TDRS LOS. That will be in 1 minute and 1/2.
We'll attempt 2 APU start. We'll maneuver at TDRS LOS. So we got the weather and 3026.
Good readback.
Inco flight.
Go flight.
Are you on the upper antennas?
Yes, we are, flight.
Okay.